Sorry, this motherfucker's rated R.
Recently, I've been watching Fell Army and like Fells and like Crashes, and I've always been into that shit from a young age. And I think it's really cool to have you here because in my life, I've never seen anyone crash, aka eat it, aka have surgical operations and go to hospitals more than you have in my fucking life, bro. I mean, I can think off the top of my head 4, 5 incidents.
Yeah,
I'm not
stitches
kidding.
at the minimum.
I
It's
mean,
been fun.
I'll never forget. Oh, dude, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. If I were to have some of the footage from back in the day, and I know everybody says that, but I think you should attest for me. Like, if I were to have some of that footage, bro, it would be not only viral, it would be fucking gold, right? It would be gold.
It would.
It really would, because starting small, I remember you used to ride bikes off your grandma's house. We would have the like 2x4s. We would have like whatever the wood stacked all the
anything
way
to
with
find.
stuff under it. And, bro, like jungle gym centers to lean on, like moving them over there just so the wood can lean on them, and you would ride down
We
that
had
thing,
it too. We'd set up cinder blocks, everything.
bro.
And
And
it was what 10 feet high at points. Right off the roof, we go down, and it was this wide. You know, the craziest part about that was nobody ever got hurt on that.
Man, I was literally about to say, I don't even want to know if it's crazy because you always checked it, bro. Like, as stupid as it sounds to do something like that, you would always walk up it and walk down it before you would ride it. I'm telling
This
you,
shit is
I
scary.
trusted in some of these incidents. I was like, man, nah, this seems pretty legit. No one got injured on that one, did they? Never.
Never on the wood things, because I guess like you said, I don't even really remember that part. But
One of the best ones that I did have a video of. Whenever you guys had that horse, it was like the family horse. It was I believe Claire, Claire Bell, and I remember we used to always go and see that horse, and that horse was pretty chill, whatever. And at one particular time, this horse was not broken. This was not a horse that was saddled up and ready to ride.
no,
And I remember one day it
a
gets
year and a half.
pretty close to the fence, and I'm sitting there recording on my little man, I remember what that phone was. I remember it was like silver with like a monster sticker on it.
BlackBerry.
No, I always had Blackberries, didn't I?
Oh.
But that one wasn't a Blackberry. I think it was like I don't know, Motorola anyways. But so I remember I'm sitting there on the fence recording you, and you're like getting close, and she comes a little closer, and you throw a leg over, and you're like,
Or no, she was laying down. That's what it was.
no, I'm talking about, no, she was standing up this time. She came up to the fence, and you kind of hopped over because we were chilling on the fence, and she let you hop on, and you were like, whoa. And then your foot was on the fence, and then you got further and further and further before it was like she started to kind of cruise off with you. And you're like, oh. And she took off a little bit, just like a little walk, and then she looked back, and then just whoop. And you went so far up in the air, bro. It was like that X Games, like Jake Brown one or whatever, whenever he was just... And, dude, you, hit and your shoes came off.
Yeah.
You remember
I
that?
do.
And
That
then you
was
got up
hard.
and you were like, my ankles.
It happened so fast. It was weird because I saw it, I guess in pictures. I had maybe 3 pictures over the span of 5 minutes, but I remember them vividly. I remember laying in the grass and my whole face hurt so bad. And then it was so dry. Everything was just so dry. And then I looked down and my shoes were gone. I don't know where the fuck my shoes are, so I looked around. There they were. I grabbed them.
Bro, they exploded off.
They did. They were
I know.
12 feet away from us, and the horse was just still going. She didn't even give a shit.
Gone.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember really much. I remember walking back to my parents' house, holding my shoes.
I remember
and
you
was like,
came out of the
"Fuck them," and I
fence.
dropped it.
I got you out of the fence, and then I had you like this, and we were walking.
Yeah,
to your
slow.
parents' house
It
real
was
slow.
real slow.
And your dad saw us and was like, "What the hell happened?" Well, we can explain.
Yeah.
On the
I
way
mean,
to the
it's okay.
hospital.
It'll be fine. And
On
it
the
was,
way to
it
the
was
hospital.
fine.
Yeah.
I worked through that one. I didn't need stitches. I didn't have to get no surgery. I just
Now, did you break anything on
messed
that
up.
one?
So I broke this tiny little bone in my ankle. That's it.
Yeah.
But honestly, I didn't even care about my foot.
Right.
I just like, yeah, I sprained my ankle real bad. It'll heal, whatever. I had this huge gash. You don't remember that? There was like 2 spots. You can't see it because they're my mustache.
Man, I vaguely remember that.
You can see my lip with my mustache. You can
Yeah.
see how it kind of sags
Right.
just a little bit. It's because I bit through all the way through the skin,
Oh,
like 2 places.
shit.
It hurt and it was gashed open.
We
and
weren't
it
thinking
tasted
about
bad.
mouthpieces, were we?
No,
Yeah.
fuck mouthpieces. I'm trying to ride a horse.
I
Why else we got a horse? We can't fucking ride it.
I
Nobody
remember-
else is riding her.
remember that one. Mountain Valley. The Mountain Valley Hill.
That was bad.
That one got you bad, bro. You know, I still see your pop sometimes, and he's like, "Man, you still cost me money on that thing."
He's so pissed off about that. He is so fucking mad. He tells me that's what he says. That's the reason he won't hang out with Kason anymore too. He always says, he's like, that motherfucker cost me $21,000. I had to pay to fix your elbow.
Yeah, that Mountain Valley one was pretty gnarly, bro.
It was.
How do you recall that?
Oh, that one I remember the whole thing that time. Everyone, I've had like 2 people say that I was trying to impress some girls, but I promise I wasn't. It was just me and you chilling with the
Yeah.
skateboards.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get that rumor out of the air.
Oh.
I don't know why people say
Oh,
that, but I've
hey.
heard it from like 3 people. So
Yeah, you can confirm it from here. No, there was none of that. It was you and I chilling.
and we had that little penny board. It was like that big, bright pink, yellow. I don't know. It was
Yellow.
yeah. And I got on it. I was going like this slope. It was going really fast. And my hat, the hat that I loved, I still have the hat, the fallen hat.
Yeah.
It started to blow off, so I reached up and caught it, and then I lost my balance. It started wobbling. It was going too fast, speed wobbles.
Right.
I tightened that shit up, but too late now. It was either the grass or the concrete, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go on the grass. Well, I didn't get to decide. The board decided for me. So, boom, right under the concrete. I didn't want my hat to get hurt, so I was like, let's try and tuck and roll, but I guess I was too high, and I just hit right on this cap, and it just chopped that bone off, and it sucked back up into my elbow, and I felt it, every single thing. I felt it, and yeah, I just remember hitting the concrete and just right across the ground. And some people jumped out of their cars. I was going faster than the cars too.
Yeah, you were.
35 mile an hour speed limit sign
You
to the
were.
cars, and I'm.
Bro, you were hauling.
That was fun, but yeah, the lady jumped out. She's like, I think you need to go to the hospital. I'm like, yeah, I do too. So you drove my car, didn't even have a license or nothing. We called my mom.
I have a license.
Then you did?
Yeah. I had my license when I was 16.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess you did. But once we got to the doctor, we called my mom on the way, and I was like, hey, I just want to let you know that we're going to the emergency room right here. And she's freaking out and all that. It was fun. But once we got there, I lifted my arm up. I had no muscle in the back of my arm. I'm telling you, it was severed with that bone. If I lifted my arm up, it would fall, and I could not control it. It was the weirdest thing in the world. My brain didn't want to work with the muscles because it wasn't there.
I remember that incident very well. And that is one of my, not for any injury, I just mean that was one of my favorite memories in life, just in general.
Oh, good.
I hate that you got hurt.
No, it was mine too. That was
But
a core memory.
Yeah, that's a
I'll
core
remember that
memory in
forever.
life, yeah. And here's kind of how I saw this story playing out. So, to cancel the rumor, as you mentioned earlier, yeah, it was you and I that were just chilling. There's no impressing of girls. We were just cruising around, skating. We always knew Mountain Valley Hill was super gnarly, so we cruised up to Mountain Valley Hill, which those who don't know what that is, it's a huge, long hill right by this country club that's in Joshua, Texas, called Mountain Valley. Anyways, so we always knew it was there. It's known of. We cruise up there, and I actually even got a bit of reference for you, my friend.
Oh, nice.
If you look here, you can see this is about where we parked. Right over here. Okay? And honestly, this isn't going to do it justice, even for the people who see it there, but this is even further up, right? But the hill that we take here is still quite a, like, you can obviously tell it's a drop. I mean, look at the cars back there, bro.
Oh yeah, and see, there's the country club.
Yep.
And then right there, right in front of that little white car, there's a brick path just made into the road for some fucking reason. Yeah, let's see it. I'll tell you, because that's what killed me.
Right here.
That's it. I'm telling you, that's what fucked me up. I remember
That's
sliding
it.
across that brick path. I
Yep.
will not forget it.
Yep. So,
And I'm standing there walking around with my arm just waving like,
Yeah.
it's bleeding. There's blood. It was,
yeah.
whew.
Yeah, so, and like I mentioned before, there's the country club. But anyways, and there's the brick path. You can see that, right? So, how it goes down is we park up there, and I remember I had this yellow penny board, and my brother was into skating, so I had some really nice bearings on it. The red bearings. I had the really nice old school urethane wheels, and it was a very fast board. Everybody knew that board for being, that thing will slip out from under you quick, bro. It was a quick little board.
So tiny. If
So
you got
tiny,
Too much leverage. It just.
So fast. And at the time, correct me if I'm wrong, and I don't mean this in a negative way, but you had like a Walmart board. It wasn't like a high quality board, right? Like,
Probably.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. And all I mean by that is like they don't spin as fast. They don't go as quick, right?
That's why I was using yours. I want to go fast.
Well, we get there, and you first bomb this hill with your skateboard, the slower board, because I was recording. Remember, I'm always recording,
I just remember.
And so now, yeah, right? And so I'm always recording, and so I remember recording like you on that, and I was like, whoa, and I had to stop because it was too fast for me. I was on my penny board, and I was like, whoa, and I stopped, bro. I was like, whoa, that's way too quick, man. And so I just kind of backed up. And then you come up and you go, yo, man, trade me. I want to hop on that one. And, man, this was literally only our second run. We had just got there. And I'm like, okay, fine. Here you go, bro. It's really quick, okay. So you hop on it and you start cruising. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to hop on your board. And I remember your board was really chill. I was like, oh, wow. And then all of a sudden you start to, and I had this on video back in the day, bro. And you just start to get out of the frame. And I'm like, what? And you're just to my like cruise, and I was like, oh my gosh, and all I see is you just booking it, bro. And yeah, you get down to there, you hit that thing, get some speed wobbles, and you go to grab your hat, and you slam on that elbow, slide damn near under this van, and these people get out of that van, and they're like, oh my gosh, is he okay? I was like, yeah, he's good.
How old were we? Like
probably 17.
Probably 16, 17.
Probably 16, 17.
So my ankle.
Man, we were in high school. We weren't middle school, bro. We were high school, I'm pretty sure.
We were juniors, so it was 16, 17.
Yeah. Probably 17 then.
Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so then those people get out of the van. Right about right here is where you kind of went down. And they get out of the van. And then I'm like, yeah, he's good. And we walk all the way up this sidewalk right here.
Going back to the car,
Yep.
yeah.
And then we went all the way back up to the car. I had to walk you up here, just like so, all the way back up to where we had parked. Oh, nope, still up here. To all the way to like right where we had parked. And then, is it loading?
I couldn't make it though. I was too fucked up.
Well, then I drove you right here to that Hoffman medical place. You see?
Yeah, I think I remember one of those people saying that you should go get the car, and you took off running up the road.
No, you walked with me, bro. For real.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you did. Yeah. No, me and you walked back up to the car.
That was one of those parts where I just blanked out. I remember sitting on the sidewalk for a second, holding my arm, and then it was after that. I don't remember I remember calling my mom in the car, and then I remember being at the hospital.
Yeah, and that one cost thousands still. I mean, because
That's
you had
what
like
it
a
was.
rod put in and all that shit, right?
Well, first I actually had a wire, because yeah, it was fine. The tendons were okay. They were still attached to this little elbow piece, so they just wired it together and hoping it would grow back. And I had that for like maybe like 5 or 6 days. I was feeling really bad. Well, I guess it was probably like a week and a half. I was feeling really bad, taking a lot of painkillers because it hurt, and I don't remember what had happened, but I got into a fight. And that's why that's why I got the thing with. That's why my dad doesn't like casing, because he costs him money. Because when I got into that fight, it broke the wire, and it actually pulled that bone to the side a little bit because one of the sides of the wire was broken. And he had to go in, and now instead of a wire, I have a titanium plate. You can feel it right there. It's actually
And so it cost even more money.
$21,000.
Wow.
My dad paid it all off.
21 grand.
Yeah, but you don't let me forget it.
Yeah.
He's pissed.